Hello guys, welcome to Healthy Living at workoutmaster.com. We have yet another delicious recipe for you today, and what we're gonna be preparing for all you guys out there today is gonna be Fettuccine Alfredo. I love Italian food, and I want to show you ways that you can make all this food very healthy. And for all of you, people that might be a little gluten intolerant, for people that have some, issues with colitis, issues with IBS, on and on, that cannot have any kind of grains, or even if you're in a different type of diet, this will be a phenomenal way to prepare your pasta fix if you need it. And it's quite easy to make, so there's no difficulty level at all to this process. I'm gonna show you step by step. And the ingredients that we have, I got 3/4 cup of heavy cream. I have half a cup of shredded cheese, and this would be like an Italian variety. Just make your choices: pecorino romano, provolone, whatever you like, within the mozzarella, anything that you really like to give it that Italian flavor. We need 3 tablespoons of butter. I got some garlic powder, I have some black pepper, I have some salt, and I have a zucchini, which the zucchini is going to be the linguine itself. So we're not using any pasta, any type of grain product at all in this recipe. And let's go step by step, and I'll show you how easy it is to prepare this recipe. Step number 1, the first thing we're going to do is get the zucchini ready. So we're going to cut the ends, and then grab the tools to begin making the zucchini. So now we're gonna prepare the zucchini as the linguine itself, and for that we're gonna use our mandolin, and we're gonna use like a shredding kind of blade, which is gonna cut in long thin strips, obviously imitating what the linguine is. So guys, you see, this is as close as it's gonna get to zucchini, and it's actually pretty identical. Once you put it together and you cook it, it tastes phenomenal, and the texture is fantastic. This actually came about because we were getting a few comments and people that actually wanted to have good recipes for kids, and we know how much kids love pasta for one reason or another. So why not give it to them and actually make it really healthy and without the side effects of eating all that grain product. Alright, so let's get started with the cream now. We're actually going to make the Alfredo sauce. So the first thing we need is going to be 3 tablespoons of butter that we're going to put into the frying pan or the saucepan and let it warm up. Now that we have the butter melted, we're going to add the cream. And we're going to heat up the cream until it begins to bubble a tiny bit. So you're going to heat it up enough to melt the butter into the cream. And while this is actually warming up and blending together, we can begin to add some of the salt. Don't use a lot, because since we're going to add the cheese itself is kind of salty and it can actually make it unbearable. A little bit of garlic powder, just a tiny bit to give it that little edge, and then our black pepper. So guys, as you see here, it's been simmering for a couple of minutes. It's getting a little thicker, so I'm gonna begin to add some of the cheese and melt it all together. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add all the cheese. It's not so much that it's going to retard the process of making the sauce. And I'm just going to let it melt. And as the melt cheeses, it will become a lot creamier and a little bit thicker. And that's when it's ready to actually add the linguine. And the dish is ready. You see guys, it got nice and creamy. It's got a very nice consistency. Now we're going to add the linguine. So I'm going to add 2 pretty big handfuls, and that's as much as the recipe is going to yield for the amount of ingredients that we have used to make it today. So I'm just gonna kind of blend it all together. It can get a little messy now, so be careful. And I'm gonna let it stay here at a very low heat for about 3 minutes to give a little bit of a cooking touch to the linguine and to get it nice and soft, to almost replicate the texture of the linguine. And it's done. So guys, it's ready. All we're gonna do is just put it in a dish and serve it to our guest. As it cools off a little bit, it will become even more rigid and the consistency will be a little thicker. Here you have it guys, Fettuccine Alfredo, done the right way for those with special needs that don't want to eat any grains. When you eat this type of food, your future looks better already. When you share the recipe with friends and families, you can help their future look better already too. Until the next time, see you very soon.